Hello again, it's Auntie PreMed here, and I'm here with another video to encourage you. Got a little company with me. Her name is Duchess, and she is my 5-month-old Cabochon puppy. So on top of, preparing for medical school, I have 2 dogs. My Boston is not here because he's not feeling too good. His name is Sire, and he's sort of in quarantine. But yeah, they're my company, because really all I do at this point is study, sleep, eat, and walk the dogs. And that's why I'm doing this video, because I want to give you guys just a little tidbit on what it's like starting over, because I know how scary, I know how daunting it could be to want to start over, or feel like you have to start over. It can make you feel like maybe you wasted a part of your life, or perhaps you may be too old to grasp new information, and it makes you feel like, okay, perhaps you're setting yourself up to fail. But I wanted to let you know that if I could do it, you can do it, and let you know a little bit about what's my journey been so far. So a little background. So I'm not new to the healthcare field. When I was in undergrad, I actually majored in biology and health promotion. So I have a dual degree. And my goal was to be a physician, but when I was in my junior year, I got misdiagnosed, or could be diagnosed. I like to say that I was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. And I was in the hospital for a while. And during my stay at the hospital, I never really got to see my physician. And so that made me rethink wanting to go into medicine initially. But by that time, I was kind of already deep into my degree. I had been working as a PTA to try to get some clinical experience at that point for about 3 years. And it was kind of hard to change course. So I was still moving forward. When I graduated from college, I got accepted into a post-bac pre-med program just to boost my GPA a little at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. And things happened, life happened, things happened with my family, etc. My parents got divorced. I had to move out the family home really abruptly. And so I had to begin working and taking care of myself. So, that kind of put the dreams on the back burner. And my first job was in corporate, and I worked at a pharmaceutical company, and it paid pretty well. And so that sort of got me on the path of, administrative work. And from there, I went into higher education, and I really excelled in finance and accounting and such. So as I said in my last video, I started as a financial specialist in higher education and got all the way up to CFO level. And I've always been sort of a lifelong learner. So I got my MBA. I got a graduate certificate in management accounting. Oh man, I've done all kinds of stuff. I did an administrative fellowship in higher education at Harvard University, and was able to, at a very young age, get leadership positions in higher education. And so I thought I was doing well, and I thought I was even following the path that God had for me. But when I think about it, it was just the path of least resistance. I hadn't really died to Christ. I would just hold my breath, thinking I was dying to Christ, because health and healthcare and health promotion and health education was always there in my life in some way, shape, or form, either through ministry. I even went to a naturopathic school for 6 months in my early 30s, and then I spent a few months in the Dominican doing medical missionary work. And I did health ministries at my church, and I had online health ministry, and I would coach people and educate people on their health, and provide people with various different natural modalities on a one-on-one basis, and so it was always there as a passion. I don't know, I just felt like being a doctor, it was too late and that my time had passed. But with God, it's all things are possible, and it's never too late. So if you're listening and you feel like it may be too late for you to do something, don't tell yourself that, because something about dreams, if you're called to do something that's challenging, if it doesn't scare you a little bit, then it's probably not worth doing. It's probably just something where you're getting a quick fix. But the things that challenge you are usually the things that you're going to be the most passionate about. And it's worth at least giving it an effort to try it out, and trust me, nothing beats a failure except to try. So you got to at least try to move forward with your dreams. I kind of got pushed in this direction a little bit, with all that was happening in my career, the toll it was taking on my health and my mental health. And I'm glad God did what he did, because I'm really enjoying myself. In my next video, I'll talk a little bit about the PreMed program that I found. So even though I finished most, if not all of my PreMed or requirements, or I met my med school prerequisites when I was, in my late teens in college, a lot of schools only have a 7-year shelf life on those classes. So I was in undergrad way more than 7 years ago. So I do have to retake a lot of classes that I already took. I would like to be a doctor of osteopathic medicine, because I feel like it's an area of medicine that, number one, is growing. Number two, medication isn't just thrown at people, but there are opportunities to work with people to change their lifestyle. And then it also allows you more contact with patients. Like I said, part of the reason why I was rethinking being a physician when I was young is because I wasn't spending time with my doctors when, I was in the hospital for something very serious. But a doctor of osteopathic medicine certainly spends a lot more time. My primary care physician for many, many, many years was a doctor of osteopathic medicine. And I just really enjoyed and loved and benefited from her bedside manner. And so I would like to go into osteopathic medicine. My goal is to be an internist. I would like to be a diagnostician because I'm very, very good at problem solving. And I think that's why I did so well in administration and finance. And I not only managed that, but I managed facilities, and I managed IT, and I managed conference services and contracts and auxiliary services and dining services. And I was very good at pinpointing the problem to change or improve operations. And I want to do that for people when it comes to their health. I want to put the puzzle pieces together. So that's my goal. Right now, I'm in my first semester, taking Chemistry 1, Gen Chem 1. I'm taking Biology 1, and I'm taking Anatomy 1. And I'm in an accelerated program, so the semester is 10 weeks. And I am currently in week 9. And right now, my grade point average in all of my classes is above a 90. So I'm pulling A's so far. But I'll definitely, on my next video, talk to you a little bit about that experience. And I'll let you know where I landed in my first semester of school. Like I said, I'm in an accelerated program. I'm going to South College, and it is online. And it is very interesting that these courses that when I did them in undergrad involved these very complicated labs where you had to be there in person, that they can now put all of that online and simulate just about anything. Yesterday I did a lab on the muscular system, And in the lab, we had to stimulate a contraction of a muscle in a frog's leg, and had to measure, what was sort of the baseline level to get the contraction of the muscle in the frog's leg. And all of this was simulated. So it's really fun this time around and really exciting to me. And I'm really glad that I've made this decision. Like I said, I was running like Jonah. And I'm not going to say I got swallowed by a whale, but I went through an experience last year where it just felt like I was drowning, and God reached out his hand and he pulled me up. And when he pulled me up into a new life. And I'm just so grateful. And you can't see it when you're down. But once he pulls you up and you get a good look at the landscape, I promise you, you're going to be so glad you're doing what you're passionate about. Because 9 times out of 10, what you're passionate about is the thing that God is calling you to. So I'll leave you with that. I think this video is long enough. And I'll keep you updated on how my first semester went and what my grades were in anatomy, Gen Chem 1, and biology 1. All right. I will see you on my next video. Be blessed. And remember, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Move forward, my friend. Fulfill your dreams and trust God. Bye-bye.